Welcome to Star TV. It's an entertainment magazine for outlaws and heroes like you and me. It's Bill Welychka on Star TV. He started out as an editor, don't you know, but then his influence began to grow. 10 years later, he's still the star of the show. It's Bill Welychka on Star TV. Much music legend on Star TV. He's disturbingly fond of Gillian Anderson on Star TV.
I love journalism and I love music.
You didn't really answer my question. How big is your address book?
The first single is called Not Over. Here's the full 9 on Freshly Pressed. Thank you, good night. I love journalism and I love music, so to combine music journalism is an amazing career.
You've tuned into the show we like to call Backtracks. My name's Bill Welychka, welcoming you. You've tuned into the story of Ozzy Osbourne. My name's Bill Welychka, hanging out in Long Island, New York.
Freshly Pressed coming your way on Much More Music. My name is Bill Welychka, letting you know this is the show all about giving you information on this week's brand new releases. The cool thing about, I think, anyone who works in that building in the Chum television empire is it's not like an assembly line where, you know, you're working with the same things every day or you're working with the same people every day or the same tools. And that's why I love this job, is because every week is different.
We're not walking, we're standing. If it's a walkthrough, let's walk. So I'm gonna guide her into this chair.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay, so
I'm gonna sit down. And I'm always talking to that camera. What rundown do you
The
have?
family is still there.
I have a different rundown than you.
Oh, Bill didn't get the new rundown.
Whose fault is that?
Yours.
Yeah, okay, and I'm supposed to read your mind. I know what you're thinking now, and I don't like it.
Let's go through this again. Item 10.
I started at the station with no aspirations of being on the air. I was working behind the scenes on our country show at the time.
Hi, welcome to Outlaws and Heroes. I'm Bill Welychka, and welcome to my edit bay. This is where I work. It's kind of like second home, I think. I'm here so much.
An inflatable monkey in our parking lot must mean one of two things, since this isn't the Discovery Network.
It's an elephant, not a
Did
monkey.
I say monkey?
Yeah, you said
Oh, we're talking about monkeys earlier. But why the affinity
This
for
is an elephant, okay?
elephants?
This is not a monkey. You are a monkey.
Is it you again? I don't want to talk to him. Oh, I'm sorry.
That's perfect. Thank you very much.
I think the attraction to Much Music is, it is about music, sure, and you see interviews and you see videos, but a lot of it is the presentation of the music. It's entertaining VJs being wacky, it's being out on the road and, you know, doing silly things.
Don't do this at home. It's for the professionals and Much Music VJs only.
Yeah.
Okay, don't be messing around with a sleeper hole here.
Wild Bill.
Okay.
Posh, are you all set?
Well, not quite ready.
Your dress! Pull up your dress and show
nipple
it.
is popping out.
Spare any change?
Pardon me?
Can you spare any change? How about a kick in the teeth?
After a while, you realize that music sort of isn't as important as the delivery of the music.
And then we say goodbye, thank you, yada yada, the credits roll, and then I hold the door open while she gets in the limo and they drive off.
Exactly, and then we wave goodbye, and that's it.
Okay.
End of show.
All right, well, I'll see you at the show.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay. What time does it start? I'm just kidding.
This is Celine Dion entering the world-famous broadcast center known as the Chum City Building, home of Much More Music, and the site tonight for Much More Music Live with Celine Dion. Bienvenue, Celine Dion.
I've never been the one to take the spotlight away from the artists that I'm talking to. I believe it's their time to shine, and I know a lot of interviewers sort of approach an interview with the 50-50 thing. Well, they're the star also interviewing a star, and I've always fought against that. To approach an artist with, you know, with well-researched information about them and to ask questions that perhaps they've never been asked that day is the most important thing.
I have to ask, when you're singing these songs, there's a lot of songs about love. Are you thinking of Renee or are you thinking of Renee Charles?
On both at the same time, so can you imagine how strong it gets?
Looking back at the whole thing, does it ever cease to amaze you how much you've accomplished? Do I lead with the right? Do I lead with the left? What do I do there?
But, you know, that's a kind of thing that you get thrown.
You didn't really answer my question. How big is your address book? And is Brittany in there?
No, it's a pretty thick book. It's thick enough. Okay. It gets me through.
I've been knocked out by meeting famous people who I'm a huge fan of, but to me, it's a constant reminder of what a great job it is, because I know very well the majority of people never get a chance to meet their idols.
I'm just curious why you think The Cure is so enduring, and I know one of the reasons is the songs themselves.
People that I talk to that like the group often just like the idea of a group like The Cure being there, because it shows that you can do things in your own way.
Will you have Rana to be your wife, to share your life with her, to speak the truth to her in love, to honor and cherish and tenderly care for her through all of the changes of your lives?
I really do.
Rana's from Texas, so being the bachelor I was again for so many years, I didn't do any cooking. My cooking was a lot of takeout, and you know, Rana has come to Toronto and Canada with this amazing background of Southern cooking, and I'm digging that.
That was taken probably in '93, and I don't know what happened to that jacket, because I missed that jacket. That was a... Honey, was that a nice country jacket I had? I love that jacket.
Yes, that was it. Yeah, we were both...
Do you have that red velvet dress still?
No, that's a good thing.
So if you can pull that red velvet dress out, that would make my day.
Hi, welcome back to Outlaws and Heroes. I'm Bill Welychka, and we are joined with a very special guest, of course. This is Rana Rees.
Hello.
Welcome to Toronto.
Thank you.
I have never asked an artist out for dinner. Rana was the only one.
You think that I'm not the right one. What if you're wrong?
With Rana, I was a huge fan of her voice. I loved her voice.
And I'm pleased to pronounce that you are indeed husband and wife, and you may seal those vows with a kiss.
It's a great story because at the time it didn't seem like there was going to be a happy ending or an ending at all. I was a workaholic, I will admit that, and friends will testify to that. But I have a reason to stay home now and not be at work as less. I'm still committed to doing a good job, but mind you, I just don't go on my day off anymore.
Was any trick wires or your... Oh, look what's out here.
Hello, how are you?
What's happening here?
Hi.
Look at this is all for you.
Yeah, right.
Everyone, this is Celine Dion.
But I know that I will never leave the realm of television. I don't know if I'll continue to be on the air, but I know that just the whole process of creating television, whether that's behind the scenes or in front of the camera, I will always do.
In Toronto tonight. Thank you.
I think I'm one of the few people in the building that didn't actually seek out the on-air stuff. It just kind of happened and I fell into it and liked it.
Hi, welcome to Outlaws and Heroes. I'm Bill Welychka, and welcome to my edit bay. This is where I work. It's kind of like second home, I think. I'm here so much.
Anyway, a love of music and a knowledge of music and a passion for music that helped me actually speak on camera and speak to artists and speak about artists. I think that's been my attraction to some viewers, is my love of music. It was important to shock, though. I'm thinking the Oscar.
Well, yeah, it is.
Night.
Oh, it's definitely important sometimes to shock. The years that I don't go to the Oscars, they just have nothing to talk about.
Does that ever get too deafening?
I know we can hang out with you.
That's not for me, man.
With much music, I believe the emphasis is on the delivery of that product. So VJs have to be funny, they have to be engaging, nothing wrong with that, but the wacky stand-up comedy shtick part of that job, I grew uncomfortable with after a while.
Nice, turn that sumbitch sideways and stick it straight up your candy ass.
I never felt there was an expiry date issue with being on Much Music. We have, you know, VJs on Much now that are older than when I was when I left, but they still, you know, they're still digging on the wacky element of the job, and they're having a great time doing it, and the viewers respond to them, so why shouldn't they continue to do it? So it had nothing to do with age, it was a comfort level.
Shit. I tell you, these damn reverbs.
How are you?
How you doing?
I'm okay, nice to see you again.
See you too, man.
How are things?
What's up? You're retiring or what?
Well, I'm just kind of shifting gears a little. With Much More Music, it's about the artist, it's about the music. That's the emphasis.
How you doing? I'm Bill Wolichka. You tune into another new edition of Freshly Pressed now. You tune into the story of Ozzy Osbourne. My name's Bill Wolichka, hanging out in
What I'm finding with the artists is the artists are somewhat a little bit older than the artists on Much Music. And with age can only come wisdom and experience. And I think subject matter with Much More Music artists, to me, are far more fascinating than subject matter you can get into with some of the artists on Much Music. What can you feel? Can you feel love? Can you feel...
The feeling I get when it's going as it should be on stage is the feeling of the greatest love affair that I've ever had in my life.
I got into television for a reason, journalism. I love journalism. I love the art of a great interview. So that's what I wanted to concentrate on, just that element of the job. And critics were saying, how can you have a band with no guitars or no drums?
Well, that's what's different now.
With Much Music for the last few years, I was interviewing artists that I would never go home and listen to. And I still consider it a job, it's still a great job, but it wasn't, to me, as thrilling as interviewing someone that I would go home and listen to.
What would break up this band then?
Nothing.
Nothing?
No. I mean, if I left it, I'd pretty much... I'd say if I left it, I'd have a difficult job carrying on.